backdrop yangu ni tofauti Buddha and who I am today. Anyway, so I closed off the street, pulpit kwa street. I did pulpit kwa street. I changed the game again.
That's true. There's some other songs that were there that were insane. Friend request.
Friend request, exponential potential. I changed the game. My sound is different. My sound is not, mind you, Buddha your time ilikuwa ni kijiji. I mean ilikuwa ni caliph.
Yeah.
Na nani. So you can't come with anything else. Basho Campo, you can't come with anything. Buddha, you can't come with anything. You can't come with anything else.
Hey, boss.
But we did it, bro.
Casualties. Ukipenda utamu ya sweetie kuwa tayari kuvumilia gravity. Wakiwa na warembo, twaza na teremka down to earth.
But because now I'm sure of myself, I'm sure of my sound, I'm sure of what I'm saying, I'm sure of my place, I'm sure of my God. I've made a lot of mistakes. So again, it was a good place, but also it was a bad place. Because now I'm niko na nguvu extra. So inamaanisha I'm on conquest, I'm conquering. You can't tell me I can't do anything. Hawezi niambia siwezi kati ya manzi. Na nimuingiza box. Hawezi niambia hivyo. Hawezi niambia siwezi end up get burns. Can't tell me that. Hawezi niambia siwezi funga street. I did a 15 university tour.
What is that? KCCC.
KCCC. I paid for all of it.
That was another big song, by the way. KCCC was insane.
Paid for
First of all, it was a tour. In fact, let's talk about KCCC. Not just the song, but remember the one where you went to different universities and you were doing...
Yeah. I did
that project. You did, and how many songs?
I did KCCC. I did first of all the tour. I got Nani on a university tour, King Kaka. What? He asked me to be on my tour. Mudhoni Dragon Queen was in my tour, Kama CCC.
That's insane.
I got the band. I paid everybody. Konaumia, but I paid it.
And you're going there. You're recording songs. You're shooting music videos.
I'm shooting.
Not yours. For other people,
for other artists, yeah,
across the country, and then you put them beat of the week.
Buddha, because now I can do things.
Juliani was dreaming.
As much as I can, if I can imagine it, I'm going to do it.
Ni ugatuzi tuza juzi. Kama sisi se adoka mama. Nena nino nena leko. Kisumo. Atakana dunda. Hey. Wewe na mi KCCC
Nezoe Reude moshanoku de nahi
Say yeah.
Ama vipi kama sisi ni nani tena? Yeah. Au si ndio? Similani msela nilikutafuta sana wangu msela ulijipoteza lilikaruka msela usiwe mteja mara nyingine kabambe msela changamuka usilale msela tupike tupakue na tukulishe msela chukua favor pata elimu haki zako teka wasanii tunaifanya tena siko mteja
Tabadishwa na nani KCCC Nakuru Wewe na mi Nakuru stand up.
And I have small money, I put it up. I go write proposals. I get companies to give you 2.7 million. I'm sometimes in debt. Buddha, but I'd rather have this kind of problems
than worrying whether someone is going to finish you tonight.
I'd rather have this kind of problems. So I had a different kind of problems, bro. And I even said, I don't pray the same prayers anymore. I have different kind of problems. You know, so boldness yangu will increase because now I could see, I could actually shape my world now. I could decide what's going to be hot and whatever. So I did Pulpit Street. did a tour on it, did everything. I did I started working with NGOs a lot.
Yes.
That's how we did the Kama CCC tour, Kama CCC Summit.
Yes.
I did it in 6 counties. They paid for it. I started writing proposals. I started refusing gigs. I won $1 million shillings.
What did you win?
Kisima, yeah. I was the first artist to win $1 million shillings. No. I did a 6 African tour.
In fact, there's a day you went. Is there a time that you went to America for 24 hours?
Yeah,
and then came back. And we just tell guys that story.
I did. So I had a gig here at Treehouse, the former Treehouse. So I was paid to do a gig up. And this opportunity of climate change came up. And they wanted me to perform and to speak in a Climate Connect or something. So I didn't get the dates right. And the good thing about America is that sijui niko mbele ama iko nyuma, sijui gani iko mbele ama iko nyuma. Buddha, I took a flight and I got my visa in a day.
Because nothing is impossible for you.
Buddha. I got like kuna connections, but I got a visa in a day.
It's still...
After getting a visa in a day, went to America, performed. Nilikuwa na my then manager Mwakesi.
Yes.
Mwakesi was my business partner then.
Mwakesi is the one who made me start working at Google. He referred me.
So, what happened at Google?
Oh, yes. You also started working for G+.
I was the ambassador, so they called me.
Yes.
I took 6 of my fans to Mombasa. We did 3,000, 4,000 in Mombasa.
Exactly.
What we're doing today is selecting the funds, so we already know who's more active and who's more involved. We went to Google Plus, where I had my account. So there were some guys who were really participating, even posting some other stuff. A guy even posted some of the photos that we did way before. So I'm really excited. So that's one of the kind of guys that I would like to go with in Mombasa. Tumewachoose nyinyi, tuende na nyinyi coast kwa road trip na tufanya na mila album launch yangu Mombasa.
My sister, when she was called, she said she's getting tickets to go to the Juliani concert. I'm like, no, they're not coming. I thought it was a lie at first. Then when they came to our home, I was just like...
His lyrics are very deep. Yeah, we can actually connect with what he says. You know, unlike what other people guys say that, you know, chicks don't understand hip hop. We actually can relate. Tafadhali samahani shukran. Ni tamu zimepotea kata tu kwa skin ya Sudan. Kisu ni cutlery kwa mkono ya roho mbaya ni silaha na Chris casualties. Ukipenda utamia sweetie kuwa tayari kuvumilia guarantees. Yeah.
Imani ndio naye kwa awali. Nilikuwa napata naye most kwa events, even after kuchagua. Nikajua kumbe ni wewe.
Sasa unafaa kujibu nini?
Sijibu tu venye unafeel.
Question sirudie. Sirudie question sasa umuuliza.
Nataka kujua when una aspirations zako, unataka kuachieve nini?
Achievements zangu kenye nataka kudo basically. Mimi nataka kuengage cancer na hip hop. Nimeniteach more kuliko kenye nimefunzwa kwa pulpit. Kenye nataka kufanya hapa ni kuengage wasena. Na issues zina do effect, lakini mimi mostly nasema
That's when I started going out with Brenda even. No. So I went to US, Washington DC, New Museum. I performed. Pigad maraundi, asubuhi tumeamka, back flight, we're back here in Nairobi.
Treehouse and perform.
Treehouse. I slept a few minutes, came back and performed. I got paid.
Good.
Yeah, I got paid. If I get paid, every time I used to get paid, the only thing that
and that time your DJ was DJ Sadiq.
DJ,
Did you go with...
I went with DJ Sadiq, yeah.
Yes.
DJ Sadiq, I had plans for him though, but DJ Sadiq was my DJ because Vic was leaving and he had other plans. So I took up DJ Sadiq. So DJ Sadiq, we did some stuff because my band used to be the band and the DJ.
Yes.
No.
In fact, the hip hop that you first played at, it was called DJ Joins the Band, and DJ Mose joined the band. The reason why DJ Rick used to come to Kijiji, because now DJ was joining the band. That's insane.
Good, we changed the game, bro.
So, okay, Juliani chucks this, he chucks another song. I mean, you join, now you become even bigger, monster, like you're an animal.
I'm everywhere.
Like you're everywhere, your ride is accepted. People don't even want you with a backing track. They want you live.
I love
Everybody in the country is doing Kichwa too. You're on Safaricom. We all Safaricom is starting to do these artist things. You get what I mean? You're with all these NGOs. Then now, explain to me this element of Utawala. Did Utawala come before your third album?
It came a little bit, I think, before.
Just before, because then you started dying.
Yeah, I started going down. Now the plan was, for me, the plan that I had was, everything that I ever did was paid by somebody else. And if every time I used my money, it ended, or I got into debt. So I realized that we were not even selling a product. I can't be Juliani every day. I need to extend the brand. So I was good friends with Jim Nambaru. So Jim Nambaru once said, hey,
and you met Jim Nambaru through Exponential Potential.
Through Exponential Potential.
Because you shot it at NSC.
NSC. I became close with Jim Nambaru, and I became close with Mugo Kibati. I had a really beautiful manager at that time. Inside an pulpit cross street, I went to Roseanne. We got a $500,000 deal from Safaricom like this. So she was the ultimate, for me, the ultimate artist manager or publicist. Anyway.
What made you get a manager at that time? People were not getting managers. The artist was everything. The artist was doing everything. And even people get managers, they were getting their friends, not professionals.
Because me, I'm trying to build something. I know you can't sing every day and you can't be hot every day, but you can be relevant. You can't be hot, but you can be relevant. And then I realized that demographics changing. So my demographic is growing with me, you know. So like even nowadays when ulikujanga shule yetu nikiwa mdogo, unaona, those kind of vibes nowadays is what I get. So the truth of the matter is that our industry, and everybody, if you look at everybody, used to be like that. And then now they struggle to maintain it.
Yes.
So I can mention names. So it's gonna disturb. So that's why I got into all these things, trying to figure it out. It's gonna disturb.
Because you're not going back to Dandora.
I'm not going back to Dandora, and I'm not trying to, because this is the only thing I know. I'm a good rapper, but also I'm a creative. I can create things. But I realized the business is that I can't sell myself every day. I have to sell an extension of who I am. So I created clothing lines, the thing with the Gitenga. I'm the first person to do the Gitenga thing by in the hoodie. So we used to get second-hand hoodies, we did and sell. No, I did RBG Live, I did an app, RBG. I did a lot of things just to try to extend the brand beyond myself. No, because I was survival mode. What watanichoka? No. And because now when you're certain way, if you become a certain way bigger, people instead of celebration, people start resenting. Because una make do at the same place. So people don't support as they used to. The media, people don't support as they used to. People didn't do whatever. But at the same time, Buddha means kuingia industry certain way. Meaning industry certain way, not certain way. I didn't use the usual way to get into the industry. So for me, it was important to maintain your independence, at the same time to extend the brand beyond myself. And for 20, 50 years, and I'll be relevant or influential. And you can only do that by doing certain things. So that's what I started working on. That's when I stopped doing active music or doing, because it was monotonous.
Yeah.
It was a little bit monotonous. So I felt I needed to create other things independent of, the same way Safaricom sells airtime, I needed to sell something that way. So I started trying different ways of doing things.
I get. I guess that's even over here, down just near where like we are, that community. And you went, and even let's talk about the community and also what you're doing now back in Dandora.
Like I said,
so you started using your influence and the people you knew.
Yeah, to do, but at the same time, people you knew, you can't use your name Juliani every day. It's not viable enough. You can open the door, but it doesn't make partnership. People will give you money because you're Juliani, but they can only give you 1 million.
Yes.
They won't give you 10 million.
Yeah.
But what if you have entities that are independently making sales or making impact or whatever? Then when we come on the table, then we can have a certain level of discussion.
Yeah.
When you're on the table in Amansha, we have this thing going on and we are good. But if we work together, we'll be bigger. Yeah. So that's the kind of conversation that I really wanted to have when I go to. Bob got me for a meeting. I had an idea of doing distributions and whatever. I got a meeting with Bob Colimo. He got to a meeting with the Safaricom staff. They asked me a certain questions. I was like, psh. I had a Fanisi investment. I had one of the bosses there sat me and I sat with the whole staff, explaining my ideas and whatever. My ideas made sense, but they never made sense. You get, like, people liked me in the room.
Okay.
People like me in the room. I make them feel certain way in the room, but I never came out with a deal. Why? I can come up with a deal ya 1 million, but I can never come up with a deal ya 10 million. Na hiyo ilikuwa inanisumbua sana. Why? Because we don't have anything to back it up, apart from I'm a big artist.
I get.
So you can't use your name peke yake. You need to back it up with other things. That is if we want to talk, have a certain level of discussion.
Exactly.
So
100 million, 50 million, 10 million conversation.
So right now, if we have a discussion, it will be a discussion around sponsorship or endorsements. It's not a discussion around partnership.
I get. Hey, Juliani, that's wise.
So we don't have discussion because we don't. What are we offering apart from your name? We took from a scandal moja na mess. So what else do we have? So what product are we selling? Are we selling those customers that we're talking about every day? Are they buying our products? What are they buying? Are they buying ourselves? Are they buying our music? So for me, I started building communities. So I started Dandora Hip Hop City. It was an idea. Put up money. Ask people to help me raise it. I raised the money. Put it up. Buy a property in the middle of dumping site. Set it up. A lot of things have happened in the last 2 years that would have never happened in Dandora at that particular time.
And there are other Julianis there coming out who will tell their story one day.
Yeah. I have.
Or even get to C25.
Yeah. I have customer bora, waste management. So now I'm having discussion totally different from a normal discussion of sponsorship. In a discussion, we'll be sustainable and we'll have impact. So that's the kind of discussion we need to be having. So then we can do music from there.
Or use music to bring even more awareness to the masses and the people.
Yeah. So for me, the only survival is have a good foundation heavy. So music is good and it's powerful, but without certain level of resources, you can't go as far. You become somebody who can be sponsored or somebody who's always a nuisance to politicians or a nuisance to people. I don't want to be that. So that's why I used to, at a period of 2-3 years, I got into a lot of troubles because I used to do a lot of things. I used to just do things, get loans that I'm paying even now, get into debt. But the good thing is that I wasn't getting into debt to kujibamba, to go and ball and to show to new clothes. I was getting into debt because I was doing things. So I was doing things.
I get.
So that's how I got to build whatever. So now I'm more aware. I know what where everything is, what I need to do. I'm building my Msanii, a platform for artists. Then I can easily now come and I'm Buddha. Content yangu ni heavy sana. I have a lot to say still.
In fact, let's talk about the third album. Maybe not as big as the. Okay, first of all, let's talk about Utawala. Because that came back and again, in a space where when you were going down, came and brought you and propelled you again. It became the biggest song in the country.
Yeah, even now.
Like you could sing it anywhere across.
Garissa, I performed it in Garissa, I performed it anywhere.